let's have a quick sneak preview as to what we're going to be covering. I'll switch over to the brackets very quickly, gentlemen, and we'll look at the 4 qualifiers tonight: Sequential Gaming, Jam Gaming, Invidious, and Valiant Esports. And we'll kick off with well, in fact, before we kick off into talking about the teams, let's just have a run through of how tonight is going to work and why it's going to be working that way. So the first thing is that all of the games are going to be best of 7. It is a format that has delivered over the last couple of nights, the CGA final and the CGM finals. And boy, have we had a fantastic time. Just one of the games, one of the matches that has had a BO7 format had a clean sweep, a 4-0 clean sweep. The rest of the time, it's gone 6 or 7 games. So a huge amount of Rocket League to play, and that's been good. But the other thing, Byza, is that there's some of the teams tonight get 1 chance at it, and some of the teams get 2. So do you want to just take us through the format of these elimination finals, etc.?
So if you look at the finals bracket, it does say double elimination, but it's sort of confusing to how a standard double elimination tournament will be set out. The way this works is the top 2 teams get that second chance. So they play off first, the losing then versus the losers bracket winning. So to put it in perspective, 3rd and 4th are playing elimination from the start. So if you're looking on the screen, Valiant and Esports and Invidious will play off. Loser gets kicked out. Valiant or the winner moves on. The loser out of the top 2 will then verse that, and the winner out of the top game will go straight to the grand final, and so on. It works like that. So the only second chance game will be out of the top 2 in the first match we'll see tonight, which is Sequential Gaming and Jam Gaming Chrisis.
Right. So Sequential and Jam each have 2 opportunities to earn themselves a spot in the finals. Valiant Esports and Invidious are playing for the death. They will be eliminated if they lose either their first or their second game. And then once that's happened, everything is reset. There's no double elimination or anything like that. EJ, you were saying, like every other sport in the world, once you get to the grand final, there's no second chances.
Well, exactly that. Can you imagine the Soccer World Cup? You play the grand final, everyone paid their money, they turned up, watched it, huge broadcasting. Oh, we lost. Oh, we'll play it again next week and have another crack at it. It just doesn't work. I understand the opportunity for a second chance. They have it in the rugby league over here, National Rugby League and so forth. If you finish first or second, you get the second chance during the semi-final process. And it's a great opportunity. They earned that right to do that. Sequential, for example, undefeated whole season. Why not give them that opportunity?
Well, they are getting that opportunity, of course, in the semi-finals, and that is going to be our first match tonight, Sequential Gaming versus Jam Gaming. And what we want to do is have a very quick look at how these 2 teams made their way to the final series. And we'll start off with Sequential Gaming. They're probably the easiest to cover, EJ.
Yeah, it pretty is. I mean, the main factor is they're for and against. 21 matches they won, they lost 4 rounds within matches. They won all their games undefeated. 3-2 they got pushed to by Ivory League. Everyone else they beat 3-1, 3-0. So, you know, they're sitting pretty at first spot on the ladder. They're sitting pretty as number 1 seeds going into the finals, and they're the team to beat. Jam Gaming they got the job to do in this opening game of the finals.
And, and the funny thing you say about EJ, Jam Gaming, the only team, they're ranked number 2. They're the only team to lose against Sequential Gaming. Out of their run, they had wins against every single and convincingly, and they played a lot of rounds this season. But the significant loss for Jam Gaming was only against Sequential. So it's going to be an interesting open round, nevertheless.
And we saw it not just through the Pro League, but also in the big ones and so forth. Sequential have always, throughout the whole season, been that fraction above. They've just been that class team. Is tonight the time when the gap closes? Will we see it tonight here, their first loss, or will they just steamroll through this and take out the finals? Don't know. What do the people in Twitch think?
Well, let me tell you, if they do lose tonight, it will be a massive shock to the Rocket League scene here in Oceania. They are clear favorites. And look, I don't want to put the Shoutcaster's curse on them by saying any more, but Sequential have been the team to beat. And as I pointed out in my write-up for Sequential in the power rankings just this past week, This is the last chance that teams have in Season 1 to bloody the nose of sequential gaming and actually take them down a notch. Now, Jam Gaming, as you pointed out, Byza, they have won every single one of their games except for their game against sequential gaming. So a pretty good run.
Yeah, look, it's a pretty good run for them, and what we saw was momentum building from them from the start of the rounds. They put themselves into the Rocket All Stars, the big ones, and all that, and they started to actually win and win quite convincingly and show how strong they go. So, Jam Gaming have gone from 0 to almost hero coming to the end of this final series. So, going back, I'm not sure when they actually versed sequential. I have to look back at that, but I tell you, they've got good momentum coming into this final series. It should be a really interesting match with both of those teams heading off in the first match.
Yeah, and just a quick... Oh, go ahead, DJ.
Oh, I was going to say, looking at the draw, though, French Fries has reminded us we do have a losers bracket match coming up after this first semi-final, and he thinks Invidious is going to clean sweep from the reverse. That's a big call early in the night.
That's huge.
I like his call.
That means in a best of 7 that they've got to lose 3 games and then win 4 on the trot. So that is going to be a huge effort. Well, let's move on very quickly into Valiant Esports versus Invidious. And Valiant started off at the beginning of the season as the team most likely to be Sequential's opposition. Well, it hasn't quite worked out for them that way, and their record has had some ups and downs, Byza.
Yeah, so I don't have Valiant. That's EJ.
Oh, sorry, EJ.
Well, dude, you were right. They started the season great with a great 3 wins against Paragon, Ivory League, and Molotov. Before the brakes got slammed on, they hit Sequential, lost 3-0. They then hit Jam Gaming, lost 3-2. However, they did beat Game Maroons to win their last regular season match before the finals here. So they are coming in with a bit of form on the board with that victory, a 3-1 victory over Game Maroons Hypernova in the final match round.
Well, maybe they can pull it off and give us the entertainment that we're looking for. The last team in
They did lose to Invidious, by the way, during the regular season. They did also lose to them.
So good segue into Invidious, and I just wonder how things are going to go for them. They started off the season as Dinner Time, didn't they?
Yeah, they did, and they got picked up and rebranded the name, so it's good for them and an awareness that they got. Look, a key thing for them, they've had 2 losses this season, and they've lost the Sequential and Jam. Those are 2 opponents that they're going to be facing if they get through this elimination finals, regardless in the semi and the grandy if they get there. So, look, like you said, they've beaten Valiant before. If they can set that pace again tonight, and with how they've played out through the season, all they're going to get past is the Sequential Gaming and Jam, and well, obviously you win there. But like, that's I would say they're probably the underdogs of the night.
Well, some teams thrive underneath the underdog banner, so they might be quite pleased going into it. Valiant Esports guilty sometimes of starting a bit slowly. So maybe Invidious gets themselves through into that losers round and then goes up against either Jam Gaming or Sequential in that losers round number 2. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting close to match time as I have been sent an invite, which is bugged out by Sequential Soma to the lobby. So there you go. He sent me another invite, and I'm in the lobby right now with Erin, Soma, and Penoir. And I'm just going to send you an invite, Byza. How about that?
Quick shout out to Darth Soul, having a listen as well tonight, tuning in for the first time. And his first taste of Rocket League action. We love all the first timers as well. Bring it on.
Yeah, bring it on. Send out those tweets, guys. Get your friends, get your mums, get your dads, get your mates all in, cousins. We want them all to enjoy a little bit of Rocket League. Yeah, no great-grandparents or grandparents, because they'll have a heart attack when we score a goal and the explosion goes off.
Far too exciting.
Bit triggering, yeah, something like that. Quick shout-out to Pulse from Jam, who I have to say, Jam Gaming has burst onto the scene in an amazing way over the last, well, they first came to my awareness last year at a Respawn event when their team won the CSGO finals at the Respawn event. And they are just so visible, doing a great job on social media. They are building a fantastic community in Oceania. And I do know that they've been advertising for a graphic designer. to join their team. So if you've got graphic design skills and you want a place to apply them, then hit up Pulse. He's in the Twitch chat right now, so you could probably send him a whisper now. And
He's at work, though, so he might not get it.
Oh, is he at work?
Yeah, he is. He's tuning in from work. And Nugget wants to know, are we doing their match first or the other one? We were asked by the admins, guys, to pick the other way up. I know it went the other way last night. I understand that totally, Nugget. But tonight we're starting off with the winners bracket.
Yeah.
At the request of the admin. So get some sequential jam gaming.
Uh-huh. Now, I've just saw something before by Sterry Feathers, who's joined us for the CGA and the CGM. A little fun fact, interesting. He's saying both the CGA, CGM teams have had the seeded 1 teams come second.
Oh.
So that could be an interesting trend tonight.
Very.
He's suggesting that sequential gaming could lose the grand final.
Who do though, Byza? Who do you think would be their biggest contestant or biggest opposition? Jam probably still going through.
Oh, look, I think they're gonna battle off. Obviously, right now, and then whoever loses will jump back through, whether it is sequential coming through the losers bracket or Jam. Yeah. But yeah, I would say sequential's biggest challenges will be Jam gaming.
Or as French Fries says, invidious to reverse sweep and take the night out to grand final styles. Wait till you see it; it's going to happen.
Well, sequential gaming have been beaten, just not in the Plantronics Pro League. They've been beaten in the big ones, the All Stars, and they've even dropped out at the semi-final stage of the bracket. So, you can beat them. You can beat them on your best night, and you put everything together. You can actually beat them. So no one's safe tonight. You have to play your best Rocket League if you're going to get there.
No sheep is safe tonight. We have the Plantronics Rocket League Grand Finals. Now the prizes we're playing for tonight, Byza, Grand Final prizes.
You put me on the spot.
I know what the prizes are. So first prize tonight is $340 of cash money and 3 Plantronics headsets. And it'll either be the Rig 80 or the I forget the other one that's on offer. And then the second place winner or the second place team will pick up $245 of cash money.
$205.
Oh, is it 205? I thought it was 245.
Yeah. Oh no.
No,
that was just my bad. That was my bad Aussie slang.
It was your diction.
Diction, indeed.
Yeah, that's the one.
And it was $75 to enter. So for $75 entry fee to win a headset and share of $340, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Okay, we are in the lobby. That's Byza and I who will be taking it away first up tonight, ladies and gentlemen. For the first match, sequential gaming versus jam gaming. So just going to send the message through to the boys to say.
Oh, I've already done it.
Oh, yeah. You're going to let them know that we're ready when they are.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic.
We are ready to go in, and then we'll wait for them to start up. But wow, it's hot. I'm excited. I'm not sounding excited right now, but don't get me wrong. Inside, I'm buzzing. I've got my hairs standing up right now. It's a big night of Rocket League action. We've had Cyber Game Amateur, which was epic proportions on Wednesday night, and we actually had a massive crowd of about 84 people in the end turn out for that one.
And the winners were, Byza?
Oh, well, Gameroo is Hypernova.
Yeah.
Hypernova White. They did really well. And the funny thing is they did it from the elimination bracket all the way through. They took a little bit easier against Boost Juice. Then they went the hard slog against the Flash Drives.
Yep.
And then it was the hard slog in the grand final, coming back over the Bobs, because the Bobs had the run in the last game.
Oh, Gameroo's had it for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're looking damaging from the start, and even with a change in the roster with versing Flash Drives, and Flash Drives had the first game up on them in the first semi, the Bobs still carried across and beat them convincingly. So, Gameroo's Hypernova White, some strong contention there. Absolutely crazy stuff, especially last night at the Cyber Game and Main Crisis. That was an epic night of Rocket League.
Yeah, you guys went hard last night. You covered every match. Voices strained to the end to see Elim Gaming taking it out over the 0.1 hit ratio.
Yeah, and Elim Gaming, of course, again, coming through the bottom of the brackets. They almost got eliminated themselves and had to power their way back to the grand final berth that they earned. They started in that bottom bracket. Of course, the semi-finalists who didn't. Oh, hang on. Hold the phone. What is that sound? That is the sound of the servers